and before you could blink, it was gone. John, of course, an old lightning, all went flying off into space. When I caught up there on top of that bluff with an incredulous look on his face. In disbelief, he watched him do a half-gainer and landed a big cedar tree. John just was screaming, "I ain't ready yet, Bob!" discussing that mule's pedigree. Now, as Cowboy Rex go on a scale of good to bad, why, this one only rated just there. Because John was only 6 weeks in the hospital and only 5 days in intensive care. Well, John and old Bob, they're back working with Blue. And old Lightning, she still works the trail. But she stays right in line. She don't balk at all. And old John, well, he don't put one damn thing on her tail.
Let's hear.
They're saying I got 7 minutes and you're inching closer to the stage.
You can take him.
He's trying to push me. He's worried about his score up there. That's what it is. All right, this is a poem I wrote called The Tax String Ballet, and I wrote it about 3 years ago, and I finally came up with an ending for it I like this year. Well, there's poetry in motion and fine art to please the eye. There's sunsets on the Rockies and there's stars up in the sky. But when you're talking elegance, like athletic fluid form, there ain't nothing like a pack string wreck that creates the perfect storm. Well, it was on the side of Moseley Ridge where the steep trail climbs the hill when the fallen leaves of autumn was giving away to winter's chill. Dad was stringing 3 along, and I was leading 2 when the trailing mule on Dad's bunch stopped, like mules will often do. I guess he thought a break was due, so he up and stopped the spell. But he failed to let the old man know, so Dad thought all was well. Now, the thing to know about pack strings, they've got to keep in time, and the timing has a hiccup when your mule stops on the dime. Now, picture, if you will, my friends, this view here that I see is a trail about like a cow's face hemmed in type of aspen trees. The old man hunkered, seeking spur, the trailer wheel on brake, the lead pack also pulling hard, left no room for give or take. Well, I turned back to check my string, and when I spun around, that middle hoss was getting stretched, twixt high and lower around. Well, that middle hoss decided that his best bet was to go, but I reckon he forgot about that mule he had to took. Well, about that time the rope went tight, that mule weren't set to go. He set back hard as if to say, "Hold on, fellas, no." Now I know, envision, if you will, my friend, a dog that's out of chain, that hits the end and does a flip. That's the best way to explain what happened on the mountain when the apocalypse began. As the panniers went a-flying, slinging grub hooch and sniff scan, it was pandalarian, to say the least, like some horror-filled ballet, and I'll try to illustrate for you what happened there that day. When the mule set back that middle hoss, he backflipped off the trail, and the rope up to the lead hoss come off with half his tail. The mule was jerked plumb off his feet, and he almost seemed to fly, for there weren't no ground to meet him, and to the naked eye, he almost looked like Pegasus. Without the wings, of course, but his fall was broken slightly by that poor old middle horse. Now envision, if you will, my friends, this mule atop the horse, and imagine what it looked like as they continued on their course. Rolling, tumbling, kicking, and farting, changing places now and then, headed for the very bottom, raising hell like fighting hens. Now, just before they reached the bottom was a drop, 10 feet or so, and they fought for top position like some equine go-sealer. Well, that old hoss, she went airborne with a flare of skill and grace, pulled off the perfect swan dive before the water met her face. And that old mule, he weren't so lucky. He was spread out far and wide, and well, it didn't take him long to realize he couldn't glide. Now, I know you've seen a fat man when he does a belly flop, so just try to visualize this mule as he takes a 10-foot drop. He was like a belly buster rain. Why, short the quick creek went dry, and I know it might awful, but I laughed until I cried. If there's a moral to this story, and usually there is, I guess I'd tell you what it were, but I don't know what it is. But if I had to pick one, I reckon it'd be the best place to catch the ballet is somewhere up a tree. One more short one. A friend of mine named Al Alverson wrote it. Nice old man. Called Murphy's Luck. Well, Daddy Murphy was working the mines up in Butte. Till he lost his good old food under the boot. But he trusted the God in his good Irish luck. Figured anything's better than shoveling luck. So he looked for good fortune, and fortune was fair. And he got him a job at a brewery there. And he had rejoiced in the wondrous luck he had found. But bad fortune was also lurking around. Well, second day of his open good early tights, as he's walking a catwalk around one of them tanks. And we don't know what happened, but this much is clear. He fell into one drop in a big vat of beer. So poor Casey, the foreman against his own will, made a long climb up the top of the hill to tell the woman that's what she was. And she sobbed and she cried and she wailed without pause. Well, there was nothing poor Casey could say that would fit, until Danny's blue widow had come on it. Then she finally cried, coming out of her trance, "Oh, poor Danny, he never had a chance." Well, then Casey summoned up all his tact, and he said to a man's matter of fact, "There's a couple of chances was given to old Dan, but he owned himself out twice to go to the can."